15 boomer life skills that are now considered mostly obsolete, irrelevant in today's world. Stay with us until the end, where a surprising twist awaits, challenging what we deem obsolete. Have you ever thought about a world where everything was done slowly and by hand? What happened to the graceful art of cursive writing or the deep satisfaction that came from meticulously balancing a checkbook? Can you remember when a crinkle paper map was the key to navigating the open road, turning every journey into an unpredictable adventure? Number 15. Cursive writing. In the past, most writing was done by hand, making clear and legible penmanship a crucial skill learned in schools. Writing with ink posed its challenges and required practice to master. Today, however, typing has largely replaced handwritten communication. Number 14. Using a fax machine. Fax machines were once essential tools for business communications, commonly used to send documents quickly. However, with the advent of the internet, the use of fax machines has largely become obsolete.
No, our financial position has greatly improved during the 6 months we've been planning our spending.
Number 13. Balancing a checkbook. Digital payment systems have largely replaced checks, which are now viewed as cumbersome and time-consuming. Yet the task of balancing a checkbook, while tedious, was crucial for learning financial responsibility. Number 12. Memorizing phone numbers. Imagine a time before smartphones when memorizing phone numbers was essential. You knew your family's and friends' numbers by heart, ready for any emergency. Stranded with only a payphone, those memorized numbers were your lifeline, connecting you instantly without any digital help. Back then, every phone call was a surprise. Screening calls wasn't an option. You answered every ring and each one mattered, carrying news, plans, or urgent updates. Important contacts weren't stored in a phone but etched in your memory, always accessible. In our digital age, remember the value of a direct call, a personal connection that now seems like a luxury from a simpler, more connected time. Number 11. Sewing. Repairing clothes required basic sewing skills, traditionally taught to many girls. Techniques such as running stitches, blanket stitches, and slip stitches were essential for fixing torn hems, ripped seams, darning holes, and reattaching buttons. Have you ever wondered what it was like when sewing was a skill taught in every home and school, long before our lives were filled with mass-produced clothing? Can you imagine the pride that came with owning a trusty sewing machine, a cherished heirloom passed down through generations, each stitch telling a story? Sewing wasn't just about crafting the latest fashion, it was a profound expression of self-sufficiency. Whether it was mending a tear, altering a hem, or creating shirts and trousers from scratch, sewing allowed us to truly be masters of our wardrobe. And who could forget the comforting hum of the sewing machine? Number 10. Making preserves. Before the advent of refrigerators, canning food and smoking meat were vital skills for preservation. People also commonly made sausages and cheeses, which helped sustain them through the winter months. Nowadays, these practices are mostly pursued as hobbies. Number 9. Using the library card. Catalog. Flipping through long drawers of cards could be boring, but was the only way to find the book you needed. Digital search engines and online databases are easier to use, but many boomers fondly remember those catalogs. Number 8. Driving. Let's take a trip down memory lane to the days of our first cars. Learning to drive wasn't just a skill, it was a teenage adventure, often in a car with a manual transmission. Remember the classic 3 on the tree or the robust 4 on the floor gear shifts? Driving was a full-body dance with both hands and feet. Mastering the stick shift was more than functional. It was an art form that connected you directly to the mechanics of your vehicle. While today's automatic cars might be more convenient, there's something uniquely satisfying about manual driving. Shifting gears was not merely about moving from one place to another, it was about feeling every bit of the road, tuning into your car's rhythms, and relishing the thrill of driving mastery. Number 7. Changing oil. Changing car oil is a quintessential part of owning a car, and was once considered a necessary skill. Modern vehicles require fewer oil changes and have onboard computers that alert you when maintenance is due. In a world dominated by the allure of convenience, it's the manual tasks that truly enrich our lives, shining like hidden gems. They remind us that effort and engagement are not just mundane chores, but the very heart of cherishing life's journey. Do smash like button and hit subscribe if you are still watching. Number 6. Carpentry. Carpentry survives today as a specialized skill, but for the boomer generation it was routine. Men were expected to know how to use tools to repair furniture in a pinch. Number 5. Reading a map. This was essential for navigating unfamiliar territory. There was no GPS or Google Maps, and routes and addresses often had to be memorized. A road trip meant regularly checking the road map. Number 4. Using a phone book. Phone companies published a yearly directory that contained the contact details of all their customers, organized alphabetically by last name. Nowadays, phone books are no longer published. Number 3. Mechanical repair. Boomers had no mobile phones to rely on, and if a car broke down in the middle of nowhere, you were expected to know your car's inner workings. It was all mechanical with no onboard computer to alert you. These mechanical skills also came in handy as boomer dads could always fix a lawnmower or a power saw. These days, trying to do so would void the warranty. Number 2. Knitting and crochet. Knitting and crochet have been relegated to hobbies. However, they were once essential skills for making warm clothes, rugs, and accessories at home. This is where the Christmas sweater as a gift meme originates. Boomer grandmas still know how to make them. Number 1. Fine china dishes. Let's explore the world of those special sets of dishes that many of us keep tucked away for special occasions. Fine china, often displayed proudly in cabinets throughout the year, patiently awaits those magical moments, holiday dinners or celebrity parties that turn everyday gatherings into extraordinary events. Passed down through generations, these dishes are more than just tableware. They embody a tradition of elegance and celebration, offering a rare glimpse into a past where such grace was more commonplace in our fast-paced modern world. What's a nostalgic skill you still cherish, like typing on a typewriter or navigating with a paper map? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you are interested in watching more, click on one of our next videos.